the BMW F450GS is already launched internationally. और अभी इंडिया में लॉन्च नहीं हुई है, जबकि इंडिया में बनती है, TVS लोग बनाए हैं इसको. हाँ, obviously with BMW. Maybe India spec is different. What is gonna happen exactly, not sure. And I'm gonna give my opinion. What I feel India के perspective से, क्या गाड़ी will be same as what we are seeing? What will the price? All that jazz. और हम लोग वीडियो देखेंगे इनका नाम है यूजर नेम केट TVS GS 450. It seems very nice.
The BMW F450GS has been in the pipeline for a while, and I know a lot of you have a lot of questions.
This is a trophy edition, by the way, which is the one which I like. Okay, then there is the standard edition all. Doesn't look that great, man. I feel they looks like the old GS only, somewhat. Personally, I love this trophy edition, man. Or looks like a child of the GS family. BMW RTX 450, it seems.
In Sicily, and I'll be lucky enough to be riding 2 variants.
Dude, doesn't it look damn pretty?
I'll be taking their sport variants.
I'm talking about the bike.
The BMW F450GS starts from £6,990, but like most BMW...
6,990 pounds. I think that's also standard edition. जो मान लो 7 लाख रुपए के आसपास. Okay, and as always, GS का ऐसा ही होता है.
Base, exclusive,
there are multiple
sport,
variants.
Top spec trophy with upgrades like riding modes pro, quick shifter and auto blip.
Oh, the top end is 7,760. 7,760 pound बोली. I think it'll add up more with more accessories and stuff. I think some people told me it's coming to around 8,500 pound के आसपास आ रहा है. तो मतलब 8 लाख 9 लाख के आसपास वहां पे मिलेगी आपको गाड़ी वाली. तो इंडिया में मान लेते हैं एक्स शोरूम 8 लाख तो होगी मेरे हिसाब से. आई फील. चैट तुम लोग बताओ क्या लगता है, तुम लोग क्या प्राइस होगा इसका इंडिया में एक्स शोरूम. आई थिंक मे बी स्टैंडर्ड एडिशन विल बी अराउंड 6 लाख या 5 लाख 5.5 लाख में बी एक्स शोरूम. 6 to 7 लाख मेरे हिसाब से इंडिया में बन रही है तो सस्ती होनी तो चाहिए बट इट कैरीज अ BMW बैच. And also a lot of other things which I'll talk about.
Power comes from a 420cc parallel twin, making 48 horsepower and 43 Nm of torque.
Which is impressive figures for a capacity motorcycle. The parallel twin है, लेकिन इसका है 135 degree crank कुछ है इसका. कुछ अलग ही इसका spec है इसका parallel twin engine का. Something very new in the market. And it's gonna sound also different apparently. Interesting, I'll say interesting. Let's see how this engine actually behaves in real life.
It also features a 135-degree crank to give it a bit more character whilst keeping the bike.
135-degree crank.
Suspension comes from KYB with a 43mm upside-down fork and a rear monoshock.
Oh, actually, the golden forks are in all the bikes. I thought it's only on the GS Trophy. Okay, my bad. More thicker bash plate maybe. Much more stronger bash plate in the rally version, the off-road version. Windscreen का कुछ अलग scene है rally version पे.
40mm disc with a vibra caliper, backed up by lean-sensitive ABS.
Did she say Brembo calipers? वो बाइब्रे कैलिपर्स एंड 450 is greater than 40% GST. Yes, that is also one issue. हम लोग को जो एक्स शोरूम प्राइस आएगा will come with a 40% GST. So that's also gonna add more cost to the motorcycle. Parallel twin engine by itself is more expensive than a single engine. So that will add extra cost. Therefore, higher price that you might have to pay for this bike. That is one point.
Across all variants include basic riding modes, rain, road and enduro, traction control, engine brake control, heated grips.
See all this console and all, these are all premium consoles which you get in all their other GS. The 900 GS, their 1300 GS, उसमें ये वाला console use होता है. Even other big bikes also. Their other big bikes also use the same console. And lot of other electronics and stuff which use on the bigger bikes is being carried over onto this motorcycle. So that also will add a lot of cost, right? उसकी वजह से price इसका ज़्यादा होगा इंडिया में. This has weird crank layout, 135 degree or something like that.
Also, a lot of accessories available too. Things like taller screens, edge protection, and different seat options like you see on the screen now.
That is very BMW. All these accessories are hell of expensive.
Now, ground clearance is 220mm. The bike has a 19-inch front and 17-inch rear setup.
Oh, 19 front है, 17-inch rear है. Which is a kind of I'm not fond of. I mean, it works, but why I'm not fond of, उसके ऊपर मैं बात करता हूँ क्यों.
18-inch rear setup. The tank capacity is 14 litres. And the
E5 E10?
178.
What? E5 E10? Don't tell me they're gonna sell in India with E5 E10. So E5 E10, I hope India is getting E20 at least, हम तो E30 जाने वाले हैं कुछ सालों में.
14 litres and the wet weight comes in at 178 kilograms.
That is the impressive part, the weight. 178 kilograms, That is very impressive for an adventure motorcycle. Especially this kind of power it's producing, this kind of torque it's producing, very impressive. To have a 178 kg with a 48 horsepower, very impressive. So we're gonna move to visor down. So I just wanna do more of an overview video and then give my own opinion. BMW F450GS. Very interesting launch, man. This was one of the launches I was waiting for.
Yes, you also get the sport version, which is that bike there. That is £7,440. And the trophy edition, which is in front of me here, is £7,700.
Dude, at least, what I feel, okay. I can understand some sports, the sports edition jo unka hai. I can understand it's more about, have that flickability. That's why the smaller front tire. That's why shorter suspension. So that it's more flickable. Like a sports tourer, you can say, right? But when you're making a rally version, I think they should have given it a bigger front wheel and the rear wheel, maybe at least bigger front wheel, 21-inch, and maybe a longer travel suspension, because I feel that's where they missed the mark. Adventure bike with 178 kg curb weight. There's so much potential in this motorcycle to be used off-road. At least rally mode में. Sports mode है ठीक है, चलो sports आप चलाइए, sports touring करिए उस पे. लेकिन rally mode में at least they should have given a bit more taller suspension and bigger wheels so that it can be used more efficiently off-road, and it has the potential because of the weight and stuff. इसका weight बड़ा मस्त है यार, बहुत कम है for an adventure bike. TVS made them right, yes.
This bike is only available with BMW's new ERC clutch, which is basically a Rekluse clutch.
Oh yes, that too. You don't have to use the clutch. What he talked about here was the centrifugal clutch that is gonna come with. Basically, you don't have to pull in the clutch lever. Okay, it won't switch off. This is based on something called Rekluse clutch. It has been used heavily in the off-roading scene. जो off-road riding करते हैं, they use it on their off-road bikes, dirt bikes and stuff. And they are bringing it in this motorcycle, which is really good, man. But you basically don't have to use the clutch lever. But clutch lever is still there, and you can still use it effectively like any normal motorcycle. Especially like when you're doing off-road, you have to feather the clutch. You can still do it. You can still feather clutch, load the engine, and you can still use the clutch to pop a wheelie. Or lift your front tire to take obstacles and stuff, do enduro stuff.
We've got 43 Newton meters of torque, and 80% of that torque.
See, the parts and the metal and everything that being used on the bike is high-end. Like BMW high-end. So they're gonna charge the premium price, dude.
Torque
Trust
is
me.
available from the motor.
I think that top end will go to 8 lakhs.
And the entire, both of them, as standard, have got the heated grips, ABS Pro, DTC, so the traction control system.
It has heated grips as standard. Are you serious? That's also going to add up to the cost for this top variant.
Dependent damping, and of course the cornering ABS, cornering traction control.
All the electronics that you can think of, it's there in this motorcycle, which is really good.
Stuff. You've got a 19-inch front and a 17-inch.
So don't only look at the CC of the bike, right? Don't only look at the power of the motorcycle. See what all they're giving with the motorcycle. Plus, you're getting the BMW badge. So Sone pe suhaga.
First impressions that I got from the Sport Edition when I got on it and I rode it was how much punchier and how much more refined the new 450 feels compared to the previous single-cylinder 310 engine.
Okay, that's good to hear. So as per him, what I can understand, it had good grunt and the power from the start itself. So it's not like your 390 adventure motorcycles, which has power way higher in the rev range. Here they're saying the power is from starting itself, which is really good, which is very useful for adventure motorcycle, for something you can take off-road. So glad to hear that.
A lot of fun to ride. It revs through the rev range quite quickly without being too buzzy. It's very unintimidating and feels
it's not quite buzzy.
Very easy.
No, others was saying that it's buzzy. No, this guy is saying it's not buzzy. I think everyone has different level of threshold to the buzziness, right? ये तो जब हमारे हाथ में आएगा हम लोग के इंडिया में तो हम लोग के हिसाब से फिर पता चलेगा.
And a good thing about the quick shifter on these bikes is that it seems to work in a lot of the places that will
comes with quick shifter. BMW quick shifters are wonderful.
Low revs, mid revs,
so
and high revs.
expect the same.
Doesn't really for it.
What do you think about the headlamps, guys?
Suspension set.
What do you think about the headlamp? I find it not bad at all. I think I got used to it thanks to the GS 1300. And now it looks like a proper child of the GS 1300. Yeah, it's good. Headlamp is very sick indeed. I like this headlamp better than KTM ka Adventure 390 headlamp. Trust me, I am not shitting on that motorcycle. I love the KTM. Obviously, I bleed orange. So the sports edition come plastic bash plate. Is it plastic or is it metal? I don't know. It looks plasticky to me.
So there's room for bigger riders. I'm only 5'7", but I can still flat foot on.
So he's 5'7" and he's able to flat foot it. He just mentioned. So I think we Indian boys and gals are good to go that way, right? Okay.
TFT is beautiful. You've got a lot of toys.
These are all accessories and all that you can buy from BMW, obviously. One thing I want to talk about is this handlebar. I just don't like the shape of this handlebar, dude. I like the flat handlebars usually. But then again, I think it's built for the ergonomics of the motorcycle. Something that comes up and then twists towards you. I don't like this kind of handlebars. I like it more straight. Both of them get heated grips.
3-level control.
Crazy.
Hold it on the button. Don't have
See, I don't know if we are gonna get heated grips. From this point now, I want to talk about. I know what we're gonna get in India. अभी जो हम लोग को बाहर दिख रहा है, सब कुछ चंगा सी दिख रहा है, ठीक है. लेकिन हम लोग ने देखा है कि हमारे साथ हुआ ऐसा कि the product which is sold outside is different from the product which is sold in India. Hopefully to cut down the cost and all, which is already getting expensive in India thanks to the 40% GST and all the premium accessories and equipments and electronics being added on this motorcycle. You never know, you might get a toned down version of these motorcycles in India. Heated grips, for example, we might not get it. We might get it as an accessory. The automatic clutch, or the not automatic but the Rekluse, the centrifugal clutch, we might not get it. So let's see what we get in India. Maybe that way we'll be able to attain one. It'll become cheaper for us. Maybe that's why they didn't launch it first in India. Off-road, let's go. That is what I'm interested in. Off-road.
A new rider, a mid-level rider, and a very experienced off-road rider would want. Really, it can do all of it. It's very easy to ride when you get off-road. It tracks beautifully.
Yeah, if you see about the 1300 GS and all, they also have a smaller front wheel. Yeah, those are like behemoths, like 250 kg behemoths and all. But then there was a possibility, there was an opportunity to make it a much more off-road friendly motorcycle here. Especially for the price that you're going to pay for this.
Wobbling from them, they just sort of track through.
You could have got so much more
get to the other side of whatever it is.
From the Rally Edition. Only fear is TVS Service Center. You don't have to go to TVS Service Center for this. You are going to BMW Service Centers and going to charge you a bomb. Because they're going to give you that kind of service. BMW service is top notch, but they will charge you the BMW price. And that's totally worth it. As long as you're getting a good service and you don't have to run to them 10 times to a service center, you know that premium price always makes sense. Papa, I think a 390 with a Fuel X will be better. I have ridden, dude. I have ridden. It does help, but it's not fun.
Pretty extreme jumps that we're doing and pretty extreme bumps that we're hitting.
Correct. See, the kind of suspension that we get on the Adventure 390, Enduro 390, even this motorcycle plus suspension is more than enough for us novice riders and all, intermediate and all. We're not gonna reach that level of bottoming it out all the time. That is someone like who actually pushes the bike hard is gonna bottom these kind of motorcycles, these kind of entry level motorcycles and all. But these kind of plus suspension is good. At least they are comfortable also.
It's actually a better system. The problem is if you get halfway up a hill and then you have to stop for whatever reason and you turn the engine off, you let go of the brake and the bike starts rolling back.
So yeah, with this clutch, centrifugal clutch, the problem is, as I said, when you go uphill, और आपने bike रोकना है आपको बीच में. Maybe something happened and you have to get off the bike. Front brake तो पकड़ते नहीं है जब when you're going uphill. Then तुम दो खिसकने लगोगे. You have to hold the rear brake. And your leg is not on the rear brake, say. And because you have to keep your right foot down, maybe. What will happen? That bike will go into full rolling motion. सीधा पीछे भागने लगेगी. It'll go to neutral. That is one problem. That is a problem with my Africa Twin also. But that is only few places where you'll be stuck like that.
And this thing
other than that, it should be fine.
The biggest point that I want to try and push across in this video is that these two bikes are light years ahead of where the G310 was.
I never liked GT310. I never liked GT310. Whenever I rode it, I just didn't like it. It was just the BMW badge that made it sell, I think.
Like a proper baby GS. It feels like it can be welcomed into the GS family. Siblings.
Dude, TVS has built a phenomenal product.
We'll be proud.
No doubt.
Of what this
Working with BMW, they've built a very beautiful product. And TVS always has built their bikes with good build quality. Dude, then this ERC clutch, whatever this is going to be expensive when you have to change it. It's going to be a bomb when you're going to change it. Usually when you do off-road and stuff and you start feathering the clutch, you are going to burn those clutch packs quite soon. And they're going to be expensive.
Your hand has been forced.
But this bike is tech loaded, dude.
Like it when they make
tech loaded. Someone who loves spec sheet will love this motorcycle. Hands down.
A review of the F450 GS, please.
So yeah, let me give my verdict. My verdict is first price. I think price is going to be very premium, and I talked about क्यों premium होगा. It's going to be premium to even maintain this motorcycle. Is not gonna be cheap. I think they missed the mark with the Rally Edition. As I said, वहाँ पे ये bigger wheel और taller suspension दे सकते थे, but then they missed the mark there. Sports edition already था, standard edition भी था, which is more than enough for people who just want to tour or want to ride like a sports tourer instead of having a smaller wheel. Smaller wheel, I think you can still manage with the normal sports GS and still do a bit of off-road. But yeah, pretty good product, man. Really interesting. आई थिंक नेक्स्ट 1 या 2 महीने में इंडिया में तो आ जानी चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से. जब इंडिया में जब लॉन्च होगा तो देखते हैं क्या होता है कि आर वी गेटिंग द सेम इंटरनेशनल स्पेक, हाउ वी गेटिंग सम टोन डाउन वर्जन जस्ट टू कट द कॉस्ट. आई विश एवरीवन द बेस्ट ऑफ लक. जो भी who was looking forward, who was waiting for this motorcycle to come to India, I feel this is a very good product. इन्होंने एग्जॉस्ट साउंड नहीं दिखाया यार. हमारे जैसे मोटर जर्नलिस्ट हर चीज़ का एग्जॉस्ट साउंड दिखाते ना, इन्होंने दिखाया नहीं. और सीट हाइट नहीं दिखाई इन्होंने. सैड. ये वीडियो थोड़ा सैड हो गया. बट आई हर्ड द एग्जॉस्ट नोट इज कूल ऑन दिस मोटरसाइकिल थैंक्स टू द न्यू 135 degree crank on this motorcycle.